What's up, everyone? Boysays here, and today we're presenting you a new-ish comp that's been going on in high-low lobbies that's been actually working pretty well over the last patch, I would say. Um, it's basically a lot of true damage, and it's a one-cost carry. Um, Somehow the Shredder is back, kinda. But the carry is actually Vayne. So I will just present you one version of the comp. Of course, there's so many, but I will get you for the early, mid, and late game for it. If you enjoy this kind of videos, please like and subscribe. You can also ask me any questions on my Discord, but here it goes. So this is the comp. 4 Dusk, Sharpshooter, and a bunch of basically great synergies for the Vayne carry. Vayne really need those 3 items, like that's it. You just need those 3 items. I would be actually okay if it was double Renance, but I would rather have the Rage Blade so it procs more often and more targets for the Hurricane. QSS is also really good, otherwise GA is fine, any defensive item basically. So this version is basically using 4 keepers. You can have a lot of different versions, right? As long as you have 4 Dusk, I do feel that 4 Dusk is necessary, which is why having the Vayne Dusk chosen is great. Just because you're gonna reroll and sorrow to 3-star her as soon as possible. But this is just one version of it. If you want to go, instead of 4 keeper, go for 4 sharpshooters instead. If you have a good enough front line, you know, please go for it. I just really like this because everybody is shielded. It protects you against assassins, and unless there is, you know, an Ari that crits everything really early or something like that, you should be able to survive. Something that you can change also is add Mystic. Maybe an update frontline as well is fine. This is just one version of it. That's all it is. Now let's just talk about the early game. So, if my large chest works, that would be great. Okay. So, of course, the best here is if you get Vayne early, right? And Vayne with Dusk chosen. You can go for Sharpshooter, but you really need the 4 Dusk to make this comp work, which is why I recommend going for Dusk instead. So if you do get the 2 Dusk, now you should have enough damage. In case you lack, for some reason, you can put a Nidalee, and even better if you can find, where is he? A Teemo for 2 Sharpshooters. Now all you need is an actual frontline, so it's honestly just whatever you hit. If it's Brawlers, you know, Maokai, Kanch, you know, great. If you get Vanguards with maybe Trash, Wukong, you know, great. If you get even Cultist at level 5, you know, great. Basically, if you do get Dusk Sharpshooter, it should be a really, really strong early game as long as you have a strong front line. It doesn't really matter what. You can even go Keeper with Elise and G4 if you want. But yeah, this is just really, really strong. Let's say you go the Keeper route, so you get Elise and G4. So one thing that you can do here is add Cultist, just because they are really, really strong. So in the early game, it will be TF and a Pike. This can be definitely a level 6 comp that is really strong. This should maybe not win streak depending on how early you hit the Vayne 3, but if you do get a Hurricane and half a Rage Blade or something on our Vayne, you should be able to win streak. Like, the early game on this is actually super, super strong. Really underrated. Then again, if you're going the Keepers route and you need to, you know, start acclimating the Dusk units, then you need to transition out of the Cultists and add the Keepers. So once you do roll a Cannon and Raven, for example, then you can take out the TF and the Elise and put the Raven here. And where is Cannon? Here. Have it here as well. Actually, I'm missing a keeper, so I will put back the Elise. There you go, or like this. There. 4 keepers, make sure the Vayne is protected, everybody is shielded, really strong. Now all you need is a Dusk. If you find a Cassiopeia, you know, great. If you find a Trash from before, that's fine too. The Trash is probably better, just because you're gonna need an actual front line. So I really like having Sejuani or an Aatrox front line, just to give enough time for the Vayne to basically kill everything. Again, this is just the keeper version. If you want to go for sharpshooters instead, that is totally fine. You can do it like so. I will show you. So in the early game, if you go sharpshooter, your sharpshooters are going to be Nidalee, Jinx, Teemo, and Vayne. The goal is still the same. You're gonna go for 3-star Vayne. At level 5, you're gonna throw your gold above 50 to 3-star this unit. Once you have this, you need to add 2 Dusk units and frontline. So of course I would recommend hiding Trash and maybe Riven or Cassiopeia, doesn't matter. But that can be frontline. Then all you need is to have a better frontline just to protect your carries and the Vayne. That's it. So something like Sejuani can buy you a lot of time. Then maybe an Azir, if you can put some soldiers here or here to protect your carries. That's fantastic. You know, something like this can be really strong too. Then if you do need, for some reason, like a lot of, if you see a lot of bursts and you need Mystic, then in that case, because you have the Teemo, Yuumi is great because you gain Spirit. That's even more attack speed for the Vayne to kill everything. It's great. But yeah, that is basically the comp, guys. You need those items. Those are just the best that there is on the Vayne. You throw at 5, then you add the Dusk units or the Sharpshooters. Then any frontline you can get. Strong Vanguards. Keepers, 4 keepers is fine as well, which is this version right here. Anything that you can get is pretty flexible, but you do need to roll at level 5 for the Vayne 3 with those specific items. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Let me know if you do have any questions, but we see you guys next time.